Thanks for joining into the SEN show on the Schmoedown Entertainment Network, produced in partnership with Skybound Entertainment.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, 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 yo. What up, everybody? What's up, party people? Welcome to another episode of SEN Live. What's good? I am the Swaggy Blurred, Winston A. Marshall. So happy to be back in the host. You know what it is. My out, my damn mess still moving it. It's a hard thing to do, but I'm happy to be here with y'all. And I brought the crew with me, y'all. I brought the fam in the building. Shout out to the bandit himself, Mr. Ben Goddard. What's up, bro?
I am so excited for today's game. I've been waiting for this one. I've been watching Black Cinema. We're ready to go, baby.
Yeah, that's what's up. Kate Mulligan is not here yet, so what up to Kate Mulligan's frozen screen? Dope girl, good to see you. And of course, Alex Marzonia, the man, the myth, the legend, up in the building. And who is that behind you?
That's Mr. Bezos, our Lord and Savior. I don't know.
Taking over
Lord and
as
Savior
the
of cinema. Yeah.
I like the fresh
lion.
fade, by the way.
Thank you.
That is looking clean. I'm gonna have to go and clean up my sides, man. They're getting a little long again. If I'm gonna keep up with you, I can't be letting you out hair me in these streets. Which we got all the best hair in the biz. I know y'all can't see him because he doesn't come on screen, but we got to see Malcolm for the first time today. Malcolm's got some luxurious hair. I'm not gonna tell you what it looks like because he clearly doesn't want nobody to know, but we can see. And I'm like, sir, I sees you. Okay, I sees you, Malcolm.
I feel so seen. Thank you.
Hey, so very happy to have y'all here. Thank you so much for joining us. I've been trying to figure out, because the big thing we've been doing to like engage with y'all is we have our question of the day that we ask, which the audience question of the day: who's your favorite Bond and who's your favorite Bond villain? So definitely send in those Streamlabs and super chats and let us know what you think about that. But I wanted to play a game with y'all because we all know that the goal that we try and hit to every day is at least 500. Obviously, the more we can get, we want to try and do that. But I got a game, and this is inspired by none other than somebody in our community, Mr. Justin Square, who loves to ask Roxy every Tuesday, another edition of Invited to the Cookout, right? So I'm going to take it a step further. We're going to actually play a game called Invited to the Cookout, all right? I'm going to be asking questions about Black history, Black cinema, Black hip-hop, R&B, oldies, cookout standards, dances, all that kind of stuff throughout the show. At every $50, I'm going to ask a question to the crew. And because you don't want to be called Black Champion or Master of Black People, we'll say whoever wins today will end up being a +1 to a cookout. And I will actually bring them to the next cookout that I have with my family and friends. I will bring whoever is able to hold it down there. So first question I got to ask, does anybody know around what time we're expecting Kate? Because obviously we got to give her the opportunity to get in on this.
I'm guessing 10:30.
Usually 10:30. Let me follow up right now and
okay.
Let you know.
But send in those Streamlabs and those super chats because, again, every $50, as we've done in the past, I will ask another question. You can test your mettle of how much you know about hip-hop, about basketball, about R&B, about Black History Month, all that stuff. It's going down today, and it's going to be so much fun. I cannot wait to share these with y'all because I dug deep. Some of them are pretty funny too. I wrote a lot of really fun cookout king or queen. I kind of like that. Maybe that's what we go with, the cookout king or queen.
I like it.
So we definitely we'll get that popping today. So send those in. That's how you support the show. Give us a like down there. That's how you support the show. But other than that, let's just hop right into it. Alex, let's talk about this main topic, man, that Amazon apparently, just really is trying to take over the world like a Bond villain.
Yeah. For $8.45 billion, Amazon officially acquired MGM Studios, gaining over 4,000 titles and 17,000 hours of TV programming over almost 100 years of production. Some franchises that will be added to Prime Video's library are James Bond, Rocky, Stargate, The Hobbit, Pink Panther, Candyman, RoboCop, and more. Winston, what do you think will happen to these franchises under Amazon's watchful eye, especially 007?
I mean, look, man, I'm actually really impressed with what they did with Jack Ryan, what they did with, Michael B. Jordan without remorse. They clearly have figured out, how to make like action and kind of spy films and whatnot work. So I think Bond is actually in good hands. I'm just trying to think, what are some of the other major properties that MGM owns? That Amazon now has control over, because that's kind of what I'm more interested in. I genuinely trust Amazon to handle Bond exceptionally well. I'm not worried about that, to be honest with you.
With Rocky, they have Creed as well.
Okay.
So I mean, Michael B. Jordan already has that relationship with them. Stargate, I haven't really watched most of that franchise. We have The Hobbit. So they could explore more of the Middle Earth, which they already are doing with their Lord of the Rings franchise.
Don't they already have Middle Earth?
Right. Although I'm not sure this Lord of the Rings proper, the original trilogy, that's technically WB, right? New Line?
I think that was New Line, yeah.
So that part of the franchise is under a different company. Weird. Anyways, Pink Panther, Candyman, RoboCop. And those are all the ones that were listed on the article, but I can continue to search for more.
Just looking at this, it looks like The Star is Born had, even though it was Warner Brothers, they co-financed it. With that, I'm looking at what
Addams Family also.
That's a big one. Yeah, I mean, I know that the main thing that they do now is they just have that full grill. Hot Tub Time Machine, yo, we gotta get a Hot Tub Time Machine 3. Let's go.
God, that was one of the worst sequels though. That first one's hilarious.
Yeah, the second one's not very good, but maybe, who knows, man? Let Bezos and all of his crazy mastermindery like somehow revive it and make it better. I mean, I'd be all right with that, bro. That'd be kind of fun. Oh, and I guess they co-financed. They've got a stake in GI Joe, so they co-financed Snake Eyes.
Okay.
So it'd be interesting to see if they have any influence on stuff going forward. And
Legally Blonde as well.
Interesting. So that Legally Blonde 3 that's supposed to drop next year, they now have a stake in that too. So I do wonder. I mean, Ben, I'm curious what you think about this, man. As far as like, A, are you concerned about Bond at all? But B, are you concerned any of these projects that are properties that we've already seen are going to get kind of twisted now being under a new umbrella, or do you think that they'll handle them okay?
I don't know. I didn't like Without Remorse at all.
Oh, really?
No, I thought it was very boring and the action was terrible and dark and you couldn't tell what was going on. But so I'm not worried about Bond, honestly. Like Amazon has like made a lot of good movies, even that if they're not like straight to streaming or something like that. But it's more of just like all these big conglomerates starting to own every single movie studio, or where it's starting to get narrowed down between Warner Brothers, Disney, Apple, and now Amazon. Netflix is still like their own thing, but I mean, I don't, we'll see like if anyone with how much they owe, we'll see if that bank ever calls that note and be like, oh, yeah, time to pay that 10 billion you owe me, guys. But I'm curious to see what they do. Like Bond is obviously their big property, so we'll see, after No Time to Die, which has been waiting for theaters, for over a year now. We'll see what happens after that. We'll see if they get a Bond series or do straight to Amazon Bond or something like that. We'll see how this one does in theaters, because like I feel like there could be some more like straight to Amazon Prime series that would do well, like maybe a Legally Blonde series with Reese Witherspoon instead of like another movie. I think would probably be the way to go. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with all these like big properties. I think Bond is like kind of the only huge property, like blockbuster property they have. But 8.45 billion, man, it's insane.
I would love for someone to buy me for $8.45 billion. I would do just about anything for $8.45 billion. Like
that's what that Cookout King or Queen title's worth right there.
It's 8.45 billion. That's exactly what it is. If you end up with that title, you end up being on top. Alex, what about you, man? What are you feeling hearing about this merger?
Will James Bond join Rainbow Six? Who knows? That's what I want to know. No, but apparently, so I found this little tidbit on the Variety article that the company that Eon Productions, who has the rights to that, they share the rights to Bond with MGM. They have a crazy amount of control over the series, with rights to approve everything from marketing to casting and from distribution to ancillary projects. That means that Amazon may struggle to get their sign-off on any move to debut the next Bond film on its streaming service, Amazon Prime. So it seems like that is out of the question. It'll stay out of straight to streaming. It'll go straight to theaters. So in terms of that, I'm not worried with their release strategy. I am excited for to see all the old movies, all the old MGM musicals, the 30s, 40s movies that will now be available to watch, because I think a few of them were out of circulation for a while. So I think that old library, at least they'll have access to that, and we can all watch things and watch old movies, because old movies are good, guys. So
yeah, no, old movies are good, man. And MGM is one of the oldest studios in the business with so much stuff to go back and watch. But I gotta ask you a question. I know, Ben, you were saying you're upset that you're like, all these monopoly super conglomerates are happening, but it used to really just be the kind of major studios anyway. It was MGM, like Warner Brothers, Paramount, and Fox, and that was pretty much it. We're kind of the same thing, just under different names. I mean, doesn't this kind of feel just like a rehashing of the same thing, everything old is new again type situation?
I mean, but that's the thing, is that, like, hopefully, time is a flat circle, where now that I think, like, I'm trying to think that I think the only good thing that could come of this is, like, now that all these big studios own all the movies, all the big companies own these movie studios, like, okay, maybe we'll now get back to the mid-budget movies, like, because nowadays we wouldn't get a Pulp Fiction, we wouldn't get those kind of movies that, like, the studios will take chances on. Sure. We're still getting, like, I don't like the argument, like, oh, we're only getting remakes and reboots. We are getting a lot of those, but we are getting a lot of good original content. It's just harder to find nowadays because it's not plastered all over Hollywood Boulevard or running on every single Twitch ad or YouTube ad. Like, you gotta do some extra legwork, but it's easier to access these movies because they, like, Nomadland is still on Hulu. Like, it's right there. Right. It's not, it's not, in the corner of a Blockbuster anymore, like all the other movies used to be. But I don't know. I'm not, like, any expert at all in this area, but it's just, like, it's scary. It's always scary when one or two companies kind of own everything, and that's, like, where we're heading right now.
Yeah. No, I understand that for sure. Malcolm, I don't know if you have any sort of takes on any of this, man. I mean, we don't get to always hear from you a lot about how you feel about this kind of stuff. Or are you concerned at all? And I'm curious, what are all of y'all's favorite MGM movies? Because just looking up this list, I forgot that Spaceballs was done by MGM. That's by far and away better than all of this. All the Bond movies, all of that old crap that Alex was talking about. Spaceballs owns all of this by far. I forgot I could swear on this. Owns all this shit because I'm not supposed to swear on the IG. Alex, don't you look at me like that, you stupid son of a bitch. But yeah, Malcolm, what do you think about this, man?
I don't have any hot takes about it. We really are moving into Amazon and Google owning
and Disney too, I guess,
and Disney. Those are probably the big three that are going to be running our life once we transition into the post-apocalyptic Wall-E world that we're heading for. But hey, we are getting really good.
That's fair. That is very true. But word. All right. Well, Alex, what other story we got kind of going on, man? Since MGM has gone wayward.
Speaking of Amazon, they are releasing The Tomorrow War on July 2nd on their streaming service, and they had picked it up from Paramount. But the first trailer dropped, and it stars Chris Pratt, Yvonne Strahovski, J.K. Simmons, and Betty Gilpin, and it's directed by Chris McKay, who did, I believe, the Lego Batman movie. So, yeah, it's going to be released on July 2nd. Winston, you had a chance to see the trailer. What did you think of it?
I just have one very serious question that I need answered for me because they didn't answer in the trailer. And honestly, as dope as it looks and the idea sound is like interesting, I'm already out if they don't answer this question. How the fuck you can go back in time and get people to fight in your war in the future that if they get killed, whole generations of people are erased from time? How the fuck that work? Explain that shit to me, please. No? Nothing? Okay, cool. It looked decent enough. I don't mind Chris Pratt as an action star. It's like I've kind of bought into it now as kind of the goofy action star. But that's the only thing that I immediately was like, that shit don't make no goddamn sense. I mean, Ben, you made a face the minute I was like, it looks interesting. You were like, it don't even look interesting as the face you made. So
no, I just hate that I have to be like the downer of the show, but it's just like all the Netflix and Amazon, they have like this sheen to them where it's like, I don't know if it's me watching it at home, but it's like it feels like a straight to streaming movie. Like even something like I liked Extraction, but like the Red Sea diving resort. What are those? Like the Old Guard. Like all those movies, they've got like this sheen to them, like this like plastic sheen over them. And I'm just like, there's something about this that I just can't put my finger on. And it seems like the Tomorrow War has that same kind of thing. But I mean, I'll watch it. It's gonna be. I've got Amazon Prime. I'll watch it for free at home. If it comes out on theaters, I got A-list. I'll go see it in theaters. Maybe it'll be good. I hope it's good. I like Chris Pratt. Him in that dad sweater at the beginning of the movie, I was like, man, they're really trying to make him a home family man. I always love that. I feel like Chris Pratt wants to be treated like The Rock, where it's like, yeah, he's just a zookeeper, but he used to be a Navy SEAL. Like they always have to do that with The Rock because he's a giant mass of a human being. They always have to make up like, yeah, he's just a bus driver, but he used to be a Green Beret and kill people. That's why he's not going to let these terrorists win.
No. The answer is always, he used to competitively drive buses, but now he just does it as a civilian. So like him having to like turn the fucking wheel of a giant bus is why he's so jacked at this point. Like that's
Dwayne The Rock Johnson starring in Greyhound. Payback's gonna be a bitch.
Yeah, no, mm-hmm.
But yeah, the Tom Hanks movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, someone's asking me in the chat, I want logic in an alien invasion, but no, I want logic in a time travel movie. I don't give a shit about aliens. That's pretty simple. They're aliens. But time, again, if I'm supposed to have a child and the child doesn't happen now because I went to the future and I died, all of my generations are out. You know what I'm saying?
Like Chris Pratt says, like, I'm fighting for my daughter. And I think, like, it's supposed to be like, oh, I want to come back to my daughter. Like, no, motherfucker, if you die, your daughter dies too, right?
Yeah. That's exactly where my brain's at. But I don't know, man. I mean, Alex, are you gonna watch this film? Did you check out the trailer? Are you gonna get behind the Tomorrow War?
I was super excited for this movie when this got announced. I mean, it had Chris McKay directing, Chris Pratt. It sounded like a comedy, like that they would play it for laughs. J.K. Simmons, Sam Richardson's in here, Marilyn Rice-Cub, who's also a stand-up comedian. So I thought this was going to be fun. Like the premise made it sound like they're going to go into different wars. Like Chris Pratt would be like the one picked from the Iraq War. J.K. Simmons would be from the Civil War. Sam Richardson would be from World War II because they were the ones
donated
chosen.
$20. A Bond spin-off series focused on Q/the tech branch. A RoboCop series true to the first movie could be interesting with modern political climate, but would Amazon have the balls to do it and have OCP get bought/become Amazon and play bad guy for tie-ins?
Ooh, I love that idea of like a Q series, like a comedy of just like Q and like his scientists making up these making up the gadgets, and James constantly like all the other spies are good with them. James is constantly breaking them.
Right.
But then we don't know who Q is, so it would be called Q, anonymous.
God damn it. God damn it. Somebody put Alex in timeout. He's in timeout. Send him into the Amazon void. What the Phantom Zone. Get out of here.
I'm gonna tomorrow with Alex being tomorrow. I'm gonna beat the shit out of him.
I think I've had that effect on you for the past like 3 shows we've been on together, Ben.
Yeah.
You want to punch me in the face?
No, like you're right, Alex. Like there is an interesting idea to do, but it's just like the most generic. Like we came from the future to draft you. Now go shoot aliens.
This was called
I feel like
Ghost
Chris
Draft
Pratt is going to be the first one to think like, hey, we should try and use this time travel to go stop this war before it ever happens. Like, no one thought of that. No one thought of that. You didn't travel like it looks like they're aliens or something. You didn't travel back to the, a week before we get invaded. Like, hey, aliens are coming. Okay, bye. Like, this is their weakness. Like,
bro, we already learned. Just sneeze on them. It has worked how many times?
So many.
Independence Day, War of the Worlds, probably a bunch of other alien movies I'm not gonna list right now because those 2 are the only 2 I need as my examples. That's it. Like, look, if I go and I sneeze, like even on Earth, man, like it was genocide and it was terrible, but you just gave smallpox when you got over here. You literally just give somebody germs they haven't had before and you can knock them out. That's all we need. Just go find a really old disease from like caveman time, give it to the aliens, they're dead. We're done. We don't have the tomorrow war is over. And if they win via germ warfare, I'm gonna be super pissed. That's ultimately what did it.
Yeah, I do want to see J.K. Simmons from the Civil War era get transported to the future and just freak out.
Well, I thought it would be funny. I thought it would be more comedic, but no, they're taking this straight down the middle. This is going to be completely serious, or not completely serious, but there's no irony to it.
It looks pretty serious, unfortunately, one way or the other. But
it was originally titled Ghost Draft. That's such a cooler.
What?
It was called Ghost Draft before. That's so much
interesting. That actually is a much better name than the Tomorrow War.
Like I feel like everything about this is like Edge of Tomorrow, even now when they have a better title, like Live, Die, Repeat, that they should have used.
Yeah. But I don't know. I liked Edge of Tomorrow better than Live, Die, Repeat. That like
really?
That's such a
I love.
Yeah.
Well, the manga was called All You Need Is Kill.
I remember.
So it's just like the source material is like it has the best title possible.
I mean, yeah, but that gives you nothing about what's going on in the film.
Neither does Edge of Tomorrow.
Well, sort of, as in like you're right on the edge of making it to tomorrow, but actually you flap back into the you're back again, which is kind of why the best name of any of these types of movies was definitely Groundhog's Day. That actually made a lot of sense. Because in the whole point of Groundhog Day is that like not the movie, but like the actual day is that if the groundhog disappears, then we just got to reset winter for another month or 2 or something like that. So it's just like a soft reset. Right.
The groundhog disappears.
I don't know. Look, man, I ain't worried about a groundhog
in the future.
Where the fuck is this groundhog? It's cold as shit out here.
Dude, I haven't worried about
Puxatawny.
Look, man, I haven't worried about actual Groundhog's Day since like 4th grade. All right, it's something you tell children.
It is.
It's sometime in February, like February 2nd. Is that right?
I think so.
Wow, Groundhog's Day trying to bogart Black History Month.
Dude, everything is trying to bogart Black History Month. All right, you tell me what? The fact that it's the shortest month of the motherfucking year. The fact that Groundhog Day there, President's Day is shit. Like they just always try to take something away from Black History Month. That's exactly why we're doing Who's Invited to the Cookout today as our game. I'm so excited.
Yeah, we gotta get there, guys. Send in your Schmoebots.
No, send them in because it looks like what are we at so far? Because it doesn't look like we're at a lot.
$20.
$20. Well, the first question is at 50. So somebody send in $30 right now so we can get this game started and really put everybody to the motherfucking test. Because this is it. If you ever wanted to know if Ben was allowed to drink Hennessy and do the Cupid Shuffle, this is the time. This is how we find out if he is allowed to do that. All right? So send in those Schmoebots. Send in them
Cupid Shuffle was appropriated by white people.
It's all. It always is. Yeah, there's this weak ass TikTok version of it now where they're trying to be all extra fancy. And I'm like, don't do this. Don't ruin a staple that everybody was allowed to do in the first place. This why?
Say I never felt older than TikTok trying to appropriate the Cupid Shuffle of all things. Y'all, it's just a dumb wedding dance. It's okay.
First of all, how dare you say it's dumb? If the Cupid Shuffle or the wobble comes on, I have to drop everything I'm doing and immediately go do it. And they normally play them back to back. There's no break. You just do a straight line dance for like 10 fucking minutes.
Because it tells you what to do.
But it doesn't matter. It's just it's in my DNA that if either song plays, I have to stop what I'm doing. Literally, if you wanted to like rob me, you play either one of those songs, I gotta drop everything and start doing one of the dances. All right, so
a new guy donated $20. Punxsutawney Phil the groundhog has an accuracy rate of 39 on predicting longer winters. You'd be no better off literally flipping a coin. I don't understand how Big Groundhog convinced us that it should be a thing at all.
I don't get how baseball convinced us that batting 300 is good. Like, 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3, if not lower. And baseball is like, oh man, this guy's a pro.
That's fair. Hi, Kate.
Hello.
We're looking at. Is everyone looking at Malcolm?
Just us.
Yeah. Just us, not the audience, but we are. I know. He's so cute, right? He's so cute.
I can't believe you're black.
Hey, you weren't supposed to tell everybody. That's the whole reason why we're playing this game today. No, it's okay. It's okay.
All right.
It's okay.
I can't tell because he's still wearing that night mask. You know, the one that's in the bottom corner of the screen.
Oh.
The helmet.
Yeah.
So I can't tell. Yes, thank you, Malcolm.
Well,
it's so nice to see you.
Right?
He's adorable.
He really
I'm gonna
is.
talk about him like he can't hear me. He's adorable. He's a real cute. I can't believe he didn't want to show his face.
What's funny is Malcolm is both adorable, but also has the eyebrows of a supervillain. So I feel like he would lure you in with his cuteness and then would totally fuck you up.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Ben Goddard's face, just that of a supervillain these days.
Jesus. Jesus, Kate. You just...
Did you see how hard I tried to get that gif of him, whatever it's called, of him started on Twitter yesterday?
No, wait, what were you trying to do?
It was so good.
You'll see. I've just basically tried to get his face out there. Saul took a picture of Goddard from backstage where he's making a face that is basic. You guys, if you're listening to this and you follow me on Twitter, or even if you don't, just start sending out your Ben Goddard GIFs because it's Ben going like this. But like with the
Curtis
mustache,
Lopez donated $20. The ultimate put down everything and go dance songs are the Cha-Cha Slide and Suavemente.
Yeah.
Suavemente.
Yeah. Suavemente.
Yo, when that guy does his opening monologue to Suavemente, that's when you hit the floor.
Yeah, no, Suavemente is the best.
Yeah, I got my first save the date, like, for a wedding. And like I got super excited, like, finally get to go to a wedding post quarantine and everything. And then I realized they're like a super punk rock couple.
Oh.
So I'm not sure if they'll be playing these songs. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to put down everything and go dance to Cha-Cha Slide and everything.
Cha-Cha
It's just
Slide.
Well, so Kate, here's the game. So first of all, I have to ask who I couldn't watch the whole episode. Who ended up being men's champion yesterday?
Oh, Sabra. Come on. Was there any question?
Winning. She just keeps winning.
You know what?
What were the men's champion questions?
So, for example, like there were some easy ones, such as like what's the piece of athletic equipment that can that protects a man's private area, a cup. So it's as easy as that. Or what's the all the way up to like name one ingredient other than sperm that's in semen?
Seminal fluid.
No, that's that's seminal fluid is what it's called, basically.
Oh, well,
but they're looking for like and I was like, water? Is water part of it? Like, but it's like
protein.
Potassium, citric acid, stuff like that. And sure enough, Sabra comes in talking about like, I swear I read once that it was like she knew potassium.
See? I could make so many jokes and they're so dirty. And
but also like when is a and I knew this one. This is like the one I got. Well, actually I didn't get it exactly, but when at what age can boys have a erection?
Pretty young. I feel like I remember my first erection being like pretty young.
Yeah.
Like,
I have 2 boys, so I can tell you it was. So my answer was from birth.
Yeah,
it's just a blood flow thing. You know what I mean?
Right,
like
right.
But it's actually 16 weeks in the womb. Y'all be hard.
Holy crap!
So wait, we're literally fuckboys 16 weeks in. Jesus Christ!
And you stay that your whole damn life. Thank you.
All right. Well, Kate, I think you're really gonna enjoy this game.
Oh, good.
Because today what we're doing is we're inspired by Justin Square, who loves to ask Roxy every Tuesday, invitation to the cookout. We're going to be doing some Black trivia from hip hop to R&B to Black history to TV and film. It's just going to be random, and this is just to see whoever wins becomes a +1 to an actual cookout. I will bring you with me to come meet friends and family and drink Hennessy and dance to the Cupid Shuffle. So the winner actually gets a prize for this.
Is my song.
It's the shit.
Down to that thing, We go down.
I already said it.
They say I'm a rapper. I say no. Oh, da, 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 da.
To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Now kick, now kick, now kick, now kick, now walk it by yourself.
Now walk it by yourself.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Guys, I want that +1 so bad. Okay.
Well, before we get to this first question, Kate, you do seem like you might be a native at showing up to the cookout. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Are you talking about if I've ever been in relations with a man of color?
Or with a dope deodorant? I mean, sure, you could also say...
I didn't know I was doing that. I didn't know. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Let me find them. Oh, yeah. If you like to date Black men the way I did, then you want to smell good. Sometimes it rains on your birthday, you know? Sometimes the line for the cookout, mac and cheese, wraps around the building. Sometimes you say the wrong thing at the wrong time, okay? And you just start to feel the pressure build up. The good news, you don't have to, okay? Because Native, the ad read that I'm doing, because Native, the deodorant that I use, have it right here, we've got your back. Native cares about the products you put on your body. They're about stopping the stink the right way, not the wrong way, people. And that's the Native difference. You probably already know about Native's legendary aluminum-free deodorant. Here she is. But how about, did you know that they have body wash, toothpaste, and they have a brand new mineral-based sunscreen? Did you know about that? Yeah. Native now has a broad spectrum SPF 30 sunscreen for your face and body. It's lightweight, which is massive if you don't want clogged pores. It's lightweight, absorbs quickly, and you can choose between unscented and coconut pineapple. I'll say it again. I would probably opt for that coconut pineapple because why not smell like a fruit salad? Native's on a mission to overhaul your entire hygiene routine by putting the care in self-care with products made to work against odor that are made with simple ingredients and smell great. This one is palm leaf and bergamot. I want to eat it. Probably could. It's healthy enough. You can get their deodorant and body wash in amazing scents like coconut and vanilla, citrus and herbal musk, lavender, rose, and many more. You can even build your own personalized product bundles. Mix and match 3 of your favorite scents and keep them on rotation so you have something for every occasion. I do actually like to do a different scent every day. So stay fresh, stay clean with Native by going to nativedeo.com/SENlive, or you can use promo code SENlive at checkout, and you're going to get 20% off your first order. That's a steal. That's nativedeo.com/SENlive, or use promo code SENlive at checkout for 20% off your first order. When you want to smell good for the brothers, grab a Native.
I mean, look, man, I'm not gonna lie. That took me so far out. Like, that took me so.
He wants to dive deep into what pool I've swum in. Oh, an ad read. Got it.
I see her drinking that not quite black, but at least mocha brown coffee. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we've discussed you're dating in the past. I wasn't gonna put you on blast like that, but that just, holy shit!
But
like,
also, I didn't even think you were gonna bring up the person that I was talking about. That wasn't the only.
No,
Wood Harris. Am I right, guys?
Native to the cookouts, and I was like, yeah. I mean, I guess I've got to cook out the new code for. No, got it. No, Native is the code for the
for Native.
No, we didn't ask you to go to a spit roast, Kate. Don't worry.
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
So good to see Malcolm. It's like now I'm making Malcolm laugh. You can never hear me, but now I'm like, I'm gonna pander to Malcolm now.
Yeah. All right. So this first one, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a lob here. This is gonna be a nice little easy start to this. So we hit our first one. We're at 60. So the next one, we're about $40 away from a second question, and this will determine cookout champion, cookout king or queen, the +1 to an actual cookout.
Who are you the most nervous to bring to a cookout? If you're being honest with us. Would you be like
Christian, actually?
Okay.
I mean, because look, Alex, Filipino, right?
Yeah.
He's
that's essentially black. That's fine. Ben has been chill enough. I don't have to worry about that. Kate, like you said, you done dated a multitude of black men before in your past. You'd be fine. Brett would be super respectful, and the fact that he knows how to handle cast irons, he'd be fine. Sabrina would be fine. Steph's abroad would clearly be fine. Roxy, after all the questions she's been asked over the course of the last like 3 or 4 months, it sounds like she'd be fine. Christian wouldn't do anything bad, but I feel like Christian would be so nervous that he just wouldn't talk to anybody. That's why I'm most concerned about
Roka.
Oh shit! I take it back, Roka. Roka's definitely the answer.
Like, hello, my brothers.
Yeah, and then he's like walking in. What's up, my brothers? Glad to be in Black Atlanta, motherfucker. This is Compton, and who the fuck calls it Black Atlanta? Like,
oh my God. All right, is Malcolm playing with us today, Malcolm?
Yeah, everybody's in.
Yeah, play with us, Malcolm.
Yeah. All right.
This first cute little.
We'll fly you in for the cookout if you win.
Oh yeah, well, I guess we'll have to fly you in. Don't you dare win, Malcolm.
I mean, that's what I was playing.
All right, everybody ready for this first question?
Let's do it.
Okay.
It is in this is in the category of not just BET and Medea movies, aka Black TV and film.
Okay.
All right. Airing its debut episode on April 15th, 1990, following an episode of Married with Children, and to an audience of 22.7 million people. What show became a contemporary comedy variety show alternative to Saturday Night Live?
Oh.
All right. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. We're going to start with Mr. Goddard.
In Living Color.
And Marzonia.
In Living Color. I put it fancy.
And Malcolm. And Kate.
You can do what you want to and live in color.
All right. Everybody on the board with the point to start off. Nice and easy, like I said. No. There's a +1 where you're going to have to ask more questions to actually figure out.
Not if they don't donate. They better donate if they want to see.
That's a great point.
Would you also feel comfortable calling one of us the black champion?
well, because I always thought it was the women's master and men's master. I was like, we're not calling the winner of this the master of black people. That's not going to work well at all. So cookout king or queen, or the honestly, I just like the idea of just like, this is my +1. That's pretty much it. You just get a +1 to the cookout. Kate is like, fine. I guess that's fine. Whatever. All right, so that's the first one. So keep sending them in if you really want to find out who the champion will be. We are $40 away from our next question, so send in those super chats, send in those Schmoebots. Let us know what y'all thinking. Alex, what else we got, man? I know we have a couple other stories, right?
Yeah, J.J. Abrams was talking about the Portal movie that he started 8 years ago. Oh. It's still in development at Warner Brothers. He was just giving a little update, and I think we haven't really talked about it before. And Portal is one of my favorite games, Portal 2 especially. It's a Valve game, and J.J. Abrams did elaborate that they are not doing a Half-Life adaptation. So there's that as well. Winston, what do you think of a Portal movie coming from J.J. Abrams?
Portal is amazing. The only thing that I really want to see, because I would hope, honestly, it depends on what excuse me.
Bless you.
Oh my God. Depends on what actress they actually get in for the role. But I don't necessarily need to see the main protagonist, Shell. It really is about GLaDOS. Like, just I like the idea of keeping it in like kind of a first person. What was the movie that they did that with? Hardcore Henry. So I would like maybe see the actress in a mirror a couple times here or there, but I would love for the movie to still emulate actual Portal, because I think that that's part of why that storytelling works so well. So I really hope they do, because it is a great movie, and it has the ability to be potentially the greatest video game movie we've seen. But Kate, have you ever played Portal before?
No, I'm so new to video games in general. I never played video games until 2020. Legit, never played them. Didn't have Nintendo growing up. Like, sometimes we go over to friends, but it was really just like a watch them situation. So I have like a newfound appreciation for the addiction that comes along with video games. And also, like, I just watching like even Dickie like play Zelda. I really think I'm going to get into Zelda. I'm trying to like close out Lego Harry Potter so that I don't have too many games going at once. So I'm on year 7 now. You guys, also sidebar, but I just finished book 6. The thing that happens at the end of book 6. I don't know how I made it this far. I'm not going to say it in case there's someone else. I never saw the movies. I cannot believe it. I had no idea. Wow. And I wept reading to Neil.
What was that moment like for you?
Oh, I was like, well, it can't be. It can't be. I like then scan the pages to see if I see the name again. And then there's a scene in the office where it basically becomes cemented because there's a picture on the wall. And that's when I was like, and Neil was like, he's like, Mama, it is just a book. And I was like, I know, but isn't that amazing about books? Anyway, I thank you all for never mentioning that.
I cannot believe you made it this long without knowing that. That's wild.
Isn't that wild? No one mentions it.
It's the biggest like spoiler meme out there. Like it.
Yeah, there was like
repeated over and
videos
over.
Of people driving by like borders and stuff like that, like screaming out so and so like to people because they would scan ahead because there was like a rumor that something big happens, and that it was like don't spoil it was like not trending because I don't know if Twitter was around back then, but it was like that was like what J.K. Rowling was putting out there. It was like don't reveal the secret, and people were like doing drive-by spoilers.
Oh
That was
My
pretty
God,
crazy.
I'm so glad I wasn't. I'm so glad I guess when this came out, I knew, but it didn't mean anything to me. I got to tell you, it was massive for me. I'm so thankful. So that's why I don't want to say it now in case there's anyone who's still in the process of reading this. That being said, I am
get it, but like, what the hell? It's that dropped what, 2005?
Yeah.
I feel like.
You feel like it should have been spoiled for me by now?
No, not at all. But I'm just saying, like, I do feel like, in the same way that to hide the six, unless you're dealing with like a child, so it's like they haven't seen Star Wars yet, so you want them to have that moment, or The Sixth Sense, so you want them to have that moment. It's been long enough now that spoilers wouldn't be that. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, Winston. I still keep hoping that it's not true. I keep like scanning ahead in book 7 to see if there's I'm like, maybe it's not true.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not true.
Just wait. There's you're reading it right now, or you're playing Lego?
We just started book 7.
Okay.
All of this was a big distraction from the topic at hand, and I apologize, but I gotta tell you that whew.
No, that's insane that you got to like just experience that like that.
2021 and you just experienced that. Yeah, that's kind of
crazy. I remember reading that because I was in high school. I remember reading that. I was like, and I was the same way. I was like, no, there's no way.
There's no way.
Yeah.
They're gonna come back. They'll find a potion or a spell.
And I still don't know the answer of like the dynamic of what like I'm like sort of like, but did they I'm still trying to figure all of that out. And Ben, there was a question that you were given in Wizarding World 1 in one of your matches that like keeps coming back to haunt me because I can't remember what your answer was, but I feel like it was the answer had been Snape or something. Anyway, I'm still like like I'm trying anyway. It's very magical. I also have to say I've never ever, I can't think of any other series, book or anything that has such a different vibe at the end than it does at the beginning. Like even the music means something else at the end. Like it's it's whimsical and like jolly, and it's dark and awful.
That's the thing. So this is if it helps at all, because you get moments of that throughout the rest of the series, like when you lost Cedric, obviously, and then when Sirius got killed.
Yes.
I'm gonna warn you with this 7th book, because it is the war hitting its climax.
It's very violent.
It is very violent, and some of your favorite people are not going to make it out from jump.
It's like be careful reading it to Neil.
Yeah.
Because it is like they pull their punches pretty hard in the movie, and that's kind of why I don't like the Harry Potter movies at all, because the books like really embrace the darkness and the movies just don't at all. But be careful reading it to Neil. You might want to like proofread it, because there's some scary, scary stuff for a 5-year-old.
Oh my God. Well, he's 6 now, but still,
okay.
I mean, truly, well, first of all, like the movies, I gotta say, like reading the books, how did people in general, this is the new topic, how did people feel about Harry Potter movies when they came out? But honestly, it took me so long to get to these movies. Some things it's fun to see in action, but for the most part, I feel like they just don't do them just. I mean, I'm sure it's the best that could represent the books, but the books are so full to me.
They had to leave out a lot, and that's why I don't like the
Winky, like the house elves, like Creature shows up a little bit, but like there's
even just Sirius, like in the movies, like you get Gary freaking Oldman to be serious, and you don't do anything with him. Sirius dying in book 5 was probably my worst moment. Like
a new guy donated $20. This is like someone genuinely finding out for themselves that Empire Strikes Back reveal.
Yeah, it really is. It's pretty
I'm
crazy.
Shocked, just because it has been.
How lucky
again, it was pretty damn lucky. You almost made it 2 decades without knowing. Because it came out the book came out in 2005. That's like phenomenal. I'm actually really impressed, Kate.
Half-Blood Prince came out in 2005.
2005. Yeah, because it was the summer before my senior year of high school, and then Deathly Hallows came out I want to say the summer of my out of my freshman year of college into sophomore
like
year.
2008. Maybe
was it
2007?
08? I thought it was.
Which
I thought
one?
it was
Deathly Hallows?
07.
Yeah,
That's 07. Yeah, it was the week before my
07?
14th birthday. I remember that distinctly.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness, sir, you were
Shut
young.
the fuck up, Alex.
Cool, Alex.
Humble brag.
Yeah. It came out July 07. So
July.
yeah, because I remember because that summer was a weird summer for me. The iPhone dropped. I broke my tailbone. I smashed my thumb, so I was sitting there in pain, like I couldn't really turn the pages, and I couldn't sit, just powering through this book. Like, how does it end? How does it end? Like,
Oh my God. And also the other thing that's so tricky is there's 2 movies for that last book.
Yeah.
So can I read half the book then watch the first movie, or does it not sort of work that way?
Finish the book.
You legitimately will like that. I read the last one in one sitting. Like it is. It's. I like that they did it in 2 parts because, and that's the thing. Like people always say, like, "Oh, Deathly Hallows Part 1 is my least favorite." I'm like, no, like they're actually doing what happens in the book.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
They're actually doing it. I'm okay with a 2.5 hour movie that like not much happens because not much happens in the book, and I'm okay with that.
Right.
But it's wild. It's wild.
Also, look how badass Winston's chair looks right now, just spinning slowly.
Right?
Batman symbol.
Silent Guardian. Watch.
Did the chair just keep spinning over and
Yeah,
over
but
again?
also it was like that really hot Batman insignia, just like, just looked like, wow. So yes, I'm excited about this video game movie because I'm into video games now.
Wait, would you want to see a Harry Potter series in the future where it readapts everything, but as a series, it takes its time, gets everything it can in there?
Does J.K. Rowling get any money from it?
Let's hope not.
No, I wouldn't, and I'll tell you why. Because I do feel like Rupert Grint and Emma Watson and Daniel Radcliffe, for me, are very synonymous with those roles. I didn't start reading the books until having Neil, and so I had seen at least the first 2 movies, I guess, before reading the books. So even in my head, that's just who they are. And I also feel like let them just that, like, their whole lives are now like, hey Ron, hey Eric, like, so like let's just let them have that because they suffered enough to be these iconic roles.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I would watch it on TV.
Tori X
Lord of the
Rose
Rings,
donated
we're talking.
$20. I was 9 when the Deathly Hallows book came out. I remember seeing my older sisters reading it and thinking, who the fuck would read that giant puppy thing? Kid me didn't get it.
Giant ass thing.
Yeah.
You get there eventually, though, for sure.
I remember when Goblet of Fire came out, because the first 3 books are just like, these light, like zoom through kind of things. And then Goblet of Fire came out and it's like thunk. I was like, oh, okay.
And then Order of the Phoenix was the longest, right? That's whole tome.
No, I think Goblet was.
I have them here.
Hold on, I've got them in my living room.
Yeah.
I also have a
The last
computer
one
in front of
wasn't
me.
the
Give me
biggest
1 second.
No, it was up there, though. If I remember correctly, I want to say it was Order of the Phoenix Goblet, Deathly Hallows, Half-Blood,
Order
Chamber of Secret, or what's the third one? Azkaban,
Yeah.
Azkaban, Chamber, and then Sorcerers is the smallest, I believe.
Part of the Phoenix is a big book for not a whole lot happening until the end.
Hey. A lot happens in Order of the Phoenix.
I actually love Order of the
ton.
Phoenix, but it is, yeah.
Order of the Phoenix is the longest book, but the second shortest film.
movie.
The second shortest. That's the stupidest thing I've ever.
That's
How
not
do you
the
take
point.
the longest book and make it the
Because the
second
least
shortest film?
happens.
Well, there's just not a lot of action. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
the
I
least
do
action.
really love Order of the Phoenix. I
Order
think
of the
it's one of the
Phoenix is,
most
like,
interesting
the best
ones.
book.
But yeah, it's really, I like it a lot more than
it's
Deathly
the best
Hallows.
book when Voldemort has just come back, and yet somehow he's not the worst antagonist in that book with Umbridge. Like
Umbridge? Woo! I gotta tell you, it's gonna be hard for me to see Imelda Stanton as the queen. Because I'm gonna be like, get
just
Umbridge
wait.
out of there.
Just wait, man. Lord.
Because she plays the next season of the Queen. She plays Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, really?
Stanton. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to. I'm like, I can't see her as that. That's how I felt about Ray Fiennes after Schindler's List.
Order of the Phoenix was almost 800 pages. That's 766.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, it's a long ass book. That might be like the second longest book I've ever read.
Yo, that lake scene in my head. And Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah.
Woo! And then I had to look up how to kill the Inferi on the Lego Harry Potter game, because I'll tell you what, they keep coming. You got a reducto, switch to Dumbledore. He drinks a goblet, reducto. I mean, it was really tough, guys.
Finding out Kate's like secret life as like a Lego Harry Potter stand and like a Pokemon master and like an Animal Crosser is like the most phenomenal thing in the whole world. And I say once again, had we both not already been married, I would shoot my goddamn shot at this cookout. I would say, fuck the contest. You're coming with me. But we did get to $100, which means we do have another question before we get to our next little break in the action. So, everybody got your boards and whatnot ready?
Yep, let's do it.
All right. I'm gonna step it up a little bit because y'all blew through that question like it was nobody's business. So here we go. How about this? Okay. This is in the category, ironically, called "Invited to the Cookout."
Ooh.
All right. So here we go. These are non-black people that have gotten the thumbs up from black folk at one point or the other. So Motown has produced artists such as Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, Diana Ross, and The Temptations. What 90s white R&B group was also signed by the famous label?
I legitimately just was like, Boys to Men. Nope, he said white. Oh.
Actually, me too, though. That's literally where my mind went as well.
It's like 90s R&B. God, oh wow, Marzonia's so cocky.
Unless you need a JTE in
repeat,
5.
Repeat.
Repeat. Right. Oh, sorry.
All
You already used it. Never mind. That was Ben's.
Motown produced artists such as Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, Diana Ross, and The Temptations. What 90s white
I didn't see those hands, Alex.
Was also signed by the famous label?
Is the song Oh Sheila? Is that a white group or a black group?
I think I've got an answer, but I don't know if they're all white.
I don't know if any of them are white, honestly. It's from a Jamie Foxx song.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Let's start with Alex on this one.
Don't cancel me. Is it Beastie Boys?
Okay. And Malcolm?
They're not R&B though.
I know it's.
Malcolm is passing. Okay, Kate?
I don't know if they're. I'm thinking of the Jamie Foxx song. She wants some Marvin Gaye, some Luther Vandross, a little Anita. We'll definitely get this started, party on fire. And then she's like, she wants some Ready for the World, some New Edition.
What's your answer?
So I think it's either Ready for the World or New Edition. But I don't know if either of them are white.
Okay, and Ben?
I said Color Me Bad.
All right. Those are all nice guesses, but no one got it right. The correct answer was 98 Degrees. 98 Degrees was signed by Motown.
They're not
R&B.
So we're
pop
back.
and R&B. Yes, they are. They are. And I said 90s. So that's that was the other hint there, but they were pop R&B.
All right. Ready for the World and New Edition black groups, just so I understand.
New Edition, no.
No, that's white? They're white?
No. Yes. No, wait.
Yeah,
New Edition. I'm sorry. I thought you were asking me if they were white. New Edition is black. Yes. New Edition is black.
Okay, yes. I apologize.
Yes. Well, Tiffany F is shocked. 98 Degrees. Didn't know it. She's like, what? Well, if that blew your mind, imagine what could blow your tushy nice and clean.
I'll tell you what. Blow your tushy nice and clean, or eat your tushy nice and clean, because pulling it up. Nope. Pulling it up. Good news, ass fans. The CDC previously declared ass eating as
Curtis
not
Lopez
COVID
donated
safe,
$20.
No, we'll take it again. Don't don't know, that's fine. Good news, ass fans. The CDC previously declared ass eating as not COVID safe, but thanks to the aggressive vaccine rollout, we are approaching herd immunity and our goal of a 69% vaccination rate. According to canweeatasyet.com, we're just weeks away from ass eating season. These facts have not been verified. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to clean your butthole. And there's no better way to get your ass in gear than with a Hello Tushy bidet. Hello Tushy's brand new 3.0 modern bidet attachment is here to get your ass ready for some eating season. It's stylish, eco-friendly, easy to install, and it even saves your cheap ass money. Hello Tushy 3.0 doesn't just clean your butt with a precise stream of fresh water. It cleans itself, okay? That's massive. With the Smart Spray automatic nozzle. Hello Tushy attaches to your existing toilet, so there's no electricity or extra plumbing needed, cutting toilet paper use by 80%, paying for itself in just a few months. Plus, Hello Tushy has your ass covered with a 60-day risk-free guarantee and a 12-month warranty. Get ass eating season ready. Join millions of happy Hello Tushy customers right now and clean your butt with every flush. So if you want to get this deal, okay, if you want to get back to eating the ass, go to hellotushy.com/SEN live to get 10% off plus free shipping. Okay, this is a special offer for SEN live listeners. That's you. So go to hellotushy.com/SEN live for 10% off. hellotushy.com/SEN live. These statements were not evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration or the CDC. Prices and participation. That's the way I wanted to end it, was to pretend I was the Micro Machines guy.
No, but I love that. That's that's the best part. And I look, man, ass eating season is it is indeed upon us. I mean, it's summertime. Like everybody, whether they tone booties or COVID booties, ass is just gonna be just. So make sure you get that tushy, yo, like for show.
I gotta tell you, I love that Alex yesterday was like, why don't you take a look at this to decide if you want to read it? Maybe you can do a workaround. I'm like, nah, I'll go word for word. If people want me to say it, I want to say it. I'll go word for word.
Bar for bar. Okay.
We got a Schmoebot in there. Malcolm, would you be able to replay that?
Booting Schmoebot back up.
Yeah, we can see him in the corner now.
Curtis Lopez donated $20. I mean, I understand Voldemort not coming back and no one believing you, but Harry's angst got on my nerves in Order of the Phoenix. He gets pissed and jealous that Dumbledore makes Ron and Hermione prefects and not him.
That's because Dumbledore won't make eye contact with him the entire year.
Yeah, Listen, I gotta tell you, there was something uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to have to sit in his angst in, what's the one that he's the most angry at? Is that Order of the Phoenix?
It's Order of the Phoenix.
Yeah, sure. Because I'm like, I remember being this age. It's like, I feel like she very perfectly captured being a 15-year-old.
2005 Ben was like, yes, absolutely.
It's both that and the fact that he literally, not only with having to watch Voldemort come back and at his hand, but he witnessed like his first murder.
James Slavario donated $50. Since we're on the subject, how do you feel about Prisoner of Azkaban? It's my least favorite movie in the franchise, cause the last hour and a half is the last 6 chapters. And Quaron convinced the director of Goblet to make just one movie.
Yeah,
everyone loves Prisoner of Azkaban, and like, I don't know, the fact that they left out the Quidditch Cup, which is like such a huge part of the book.
Yes.
Like that was like the most stand up and cheer moment, and it's so great to see like because it kind of signifies that like Harry's not ever gonna lead a normal life, because like normal kids would be like, oh my god, the Quidditch Cup, like let's go, and then he's got to deal with like real world problems, like his finding out his godfather and like Peter Pettigrew and all that stuff. Like, I don't know. I just don't like the movies.
That book is, sorry, I was gonna say the Prisoner of Azkaban is probably my second favorite book. It was my first for a while, but probably my second favorite book behind like Half-Blood Prince. I hate that they did dumb it down, but I do love the time turner is like my favorite part of that book, and I'm a big fan of time travel, hence why I got so angry with Tomorrow War being like, so how are you not erasing generations? Like, I just need to see what consequences are like kind of involved with doing it. So that part was cool in the movie, but I agree they did dumb the movie down a lot.
Yeah,
it's so time travel is not my favorite thing. Christopher Nolan, you can at me as much as you want. I gotta tell you, there's something about me being like, wait, but if she's getting hit in the head with a rock by herself, but she hasn't traveled back in time, how is that? I can't wrap my brain around it.
It's a paradox for sure.
Yeah, it's just.
And going back to Harry's angst, he's so angsty because he has Voldemort's soul in him, people.
That's also true. That is also very true. He has the Dark Lord.
Wait,
that
is
has
that the occlumency, legitimacy?
Yeah, legitimacy
Oh,
thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Brett would love this conversation.
Yeah.
Well, there's a couple things to go off here with that very generous donation. We get another question, and I believe Malcolm, if you could keep letting me know where we're at. I believe we're about $30 away from another question. So please send that in. But before we do that, we need to talk about all the drama that's going on this Friday. First of all, we got the #1 contender match for the team's title with corruption. They've been patiently waiting for this team's tournament to end. Chance Ellison and the are we allowed to talk about?
Yeah, we got spoilers. You're good.
Okay. And the new 3-time Intergeekdom champion, Mike Kalinowski, are taking on the reigning singles champion, the former singles champion in Dan Murrell and Ben Bateman, respectively, to decide who will then go on to play. And there's that big question mark. So for those that don't know, there's kind of some stuff up in the air about what's going to happen with Mr. Snyder. What's going on with the Odd Couple, because unfortunately this is also public news at this point now. Mark and Draco.
Okay. Yesterday I didn't know if it was public yet.
The scene count, everything. So Mr. Andraco is having to step away. So figuring out what happens now. What will Grace do? Will she allow the Odd Couple to reschedule, or it sounds like not? Is Jeff going to play by himself in a 2-on-1? Like, what is it that's going to end up going up against Shazam? All of that is going down. So you need to be there at this pay-per-view on Friday. If you're a $10 patron, you already get access to it. If you're not, you can buy it individually at schmoedownlive.com. Go get those tickets for that pay-per-view. Make it happen. This is some of the craziest stuff we've seen happen. So you definitely do not want to miss that at all. I'm
excited. I'm excited for that Danger Zone versus Corruption match, especially in 3 rounds. Like, we've seen round 1s take down teams that get 10 or 11 points in round 2. So I'm excited to see that one. And then I'm curious to see what Roxy and Grace do with this. Like, who teams up with Jeff if they have to vacate the belts. Like, I hope that doesn't happen, because, like, I know how serious Jeff takes this game. He can play all nonchalant he wants, but he loves this game just as much as anyone. So I'm excited to see it.
What would you do if it was like, Paul can't do this anymore? Ideally, I mean, obviously you guys don't have a belt yet, but yet is the operative word there. But like, we should just be able to like give you a new teammate, right?
Yeah. Like,
That's
it would be like you can't like free agent anybody, but anyone from the den should be available.
Available. I mean, but Grace is insane, so who knows what she's gonna.
That's
I'm like,
the big
this
thing.
is a no-brainer. Yeah. He just gets to pick another team. But
yeah,
obviously, that's not probably how Grace feels about
it. A new guy just threw in there. What if Grace makes Roxy play as Snyder's partner? That would be dope, but also that would be a train wreck.
There's a limit to the awkwardness that I can watch, and like it would just be, because like Odd Couple versus Shazam came down to the 5-pointer last time, like an incredibly close match. Shazam is 9-2. Shazam is 9-2. They've only lost in 5-round matches. Like, they're really good, so they need a really good replacement for Mark Andrego to have a chance.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what happens. You don't want to miss it this Friday. Be sure you get those pay-per-view tickets. All right. We are at 171, so we are $29 away from another question, but we got one on deck right now. We did hit that $50 mark. So right now the score is knotted up at 1 apiece. Y'all each hit the first question, but did not hit the second question. So
yeah, I put 97 degrees originally. That's why I didn't hit that last one.
Well done. Well done. All right.
Going to see In the Heights, Alex, and make sure you get your singing done because you're getting throat punched right when I see you.
Oh boy.
Are you coming to Burbank?
Yeah, we're seeing it.
Is that what you said?
We're seeing it at Universal.
Oh, never mind.
I am going Thursday night. I'm going to see Quiet Place.
All right,
Okay, you got a lurker.
Fine, I'll come with you. That's fine. No problem.
Okay. All right, y'all ready? Here we go.
I'm with you.
This is a multiple choice, so you got a 25% shot on this one.
Okay. I don't like my odds.
Who was the first African American Nobel Peace Prize winner? Okay. Was it A, Nelson Mandela, B, Ralph Bunche, C, Martin Luther King Jr., or D, Barack Obama? All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Can I get my free repeat of the options?
Yes, you can have a free repeat of the options. Is it A, Nelson Mandela, B, Ralph Bunche, C, Martin Luther King Jr., or D, Barack Obama?
Can I just say that I want one of these answers to be correct because the thought that it didn't happen until a certain time will make me sick.
That's fair. That is fair. All right, in 5.
I don't want to say I hope it's not Ralph Bunche because it is. He probably accomplished something, but
1.
It would be like the PJ answer.
Yeah.
Hands down. Okay, we're going to start with Malcolm.
I said Obama.
Okay, and Kate?
I said MLK.
Okay, and
MLKJ, sorry.
I said Nelson.
And
wow.
Alex.
And I picked Ralph Bunche. So,
so
one of us
is right.
One of you is correct. The answer is Mr. Marzonia. He is correct. It was Ralph Bunche.
I fucking knew it.
Dude, Mandela is
Shame
South
on me.
Africa. That should have been an immediate. That's not the answer.
Yeah, he's not American.
He's not
what
American.
did Ralph? Okay, you have to educate me then.
Oh wait, did you say
somebody
American?
has to educate me?
I said African American. I specifically said African American, so I gave you the hint that it was not.
Yeah, I missed it.
Okay. Alex, who is Ralph Bunche? What did he do?
I don't know, and that's why I figured.
Okay.
Political scientist. He was a diplomat.
When was it?
The 19.
I gotta
hold
look
on. I
this up.
believe I gotta look it up. It's been a while. I wrote down the answer, but I didn't write down. Let's see. He got it in. Blah 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 blah. The 1950s. The 1950s.
Okay, so then MLK got it after him.
Okay. Exactly. Yeah. So kind of crazy, man. It was one of those things where it's like I try to lob you some answers that like you'd be like, oh, MLK, of course, or like whatever. But
like what was it? Like the guy Will Turing, you know, the what's that Benedict Cumberbatch movie?
Yes.
Where at the very end it was like, oh, he was knighted in like 2013. I'm like, yeah, he was fucking knighted because the British government knew that this movie was coming out in 2015, and they chemically castrated him. And he killed himself. Yes. And y'all are trying to fucking cover your ass, like. Yep. So that's what I was thinking with like MLK, that like America was trying to make up for all the shitty shit they did,
and like didn't give him
Peace Prize till later. But yeah, I totally missed the fucking context clue. Fucking idiot. But I knew it was Ralph Bunche. Like I was like, this is a PJ ass question. It's definitely not MLK or Obama. And so like I should have guessed Ralph Bunche because Nelson Mandela's not fucking American.
That was the funniest part. I was like, if anybody answers Mandela, I'm gonna clown them incessantly.
Yeah, I deserve it. I'm a fucking idiot.
All right, so with that, we are at 1 point for Ben, Malcolm, and Kate, but Alex is up 2-1. We are $29 away from the next question. Come on, y'all, send them in. We got about 40 minutes left.
That's the Mandela effect. He's a
the Mandela effect. Get the fuck out of here. But get it in. You know that we got to try and hit 500. We're trying to make it a fun game out of it. Try and help our jobs out and everything like that. So send it in if you want to see who is invited to the cookout. If we don't at least get 6 questions in, nobody's coming. I'm gonna tell you that much. Nobody is invited. If we at least get 6 questions in. But we're trying to get it. We are trying
I want
to
get 10. I want to get 10. That's a proper round.
Up to 20. I have hella questions.
Okay.
But I would love to get at least to that 10 and get a proper winner there. So send those in. All right. We talked about Portal. We talked about Tomorrow War.
Okay, what do you think the Portal movie's gonna be? Because it's a puzzle game. It's just straight puzzles. Yeah, there's a little bit of a plot for sure, but it's just straight puzzles for 8 hours.
That's a good point. I'm not sure, man.
Oh, is it like puzzles the way that Zelda is puzzles in between, where it's like
sorta
you're in this room and now you gotta
get out? Yes, that's the thing. She has a portal gun that if you fire an orange portal and a blue portal, you walk through the orange. So if this is my wall right here, Kate, and I fired an orange portal here, and then I fire a blue portal here, if I walk through this blue portal, I'll pop out that other one.
Gotcha.
So it's trying to figure out how to get out of rooms. Yeah.
In Weasley's Wizarding Wheezes in the Lego Harry Potter game, they got some tents that you walk in one, come out the other. Also, when you want to apparate from year 6 on, you can do. Anyway, guys, sorry. Go back to Portal. What were you gonna say, Alex?
No, I was going to say, it's a physics-based game, so if you shoot one in the ground and you jump into it, then that momentum you have going down the hole, going down.
Challenge, it's just Weasley Wizard Wheezes, not wizarding.
Okay, sorry. So wait, you have to, is it like guess and test, Alex? Is it okay, I think I'm going to put a portal here and see where I end up?
The door I need to get to is up there, but there's no way to get up there with my hands or whatever.
Do they have it on the Switch? This sounds like fun.
They might at this point. It's one of my favorite games of all time.
It's a really good game.
Simple game, but it's so good. I never beat 2 though. 2 was so hard.
Y'all,
it's fun.
After this, go watch the speed run for Portal 2. It's fucking insane.
Oh.
Yeah, the multiplayer one is incredible too, just because you have to the teamwork involved in that is insane.
Man. Okay. Well, I'm definitely. I need to. Yeah.
What system do you guys play it
on? It was back in the day, so I played it on 360. I played it on my computer. I wouldn't be surprised if they eventually emulated it to Portal game. Let's see.
Probably not. I mean, I feel like Nintendo and
they've got it on 360. They've got it on Windows, PlayStation 3, 360, Mac, Android. Yeah.
I'm out of luck.
Yeah, that's Nintendo's so inventive with what they do, but just their game selection is just so limited sometimes.
You know what? I would love to challenge you on this, but I can't because I have found that people who have Nintendo have other game systems, whereas if you have an Xbox, you don't necessarily have to have another game system unless you really want to play.
Gamer.
There's definitely exclusive was it Horizon Zero Dawn and The Last of Us or PlayStation exclusives and stuff like that. But yeah, Nintendo I feel has the most exclusives where it's you're kind of like a Nintendo person with Pokemon and stuff like that and Mario and
yes.
Yo, there is actually a new Portal game coming to the Switch.
Yeah, Portal 3's coming out.
Fall Guys is still not on the Switch, but you guys got me so excited about it.
It got delayed indefinitely.
It did.
Someone in my Twitch chat said that because they were excited to see me play with you and Brett, and they came in and said that it got delayed indefinitely. Fall Guys, I like that game, but man, they have blown so much time when they were the biggest hype game when on Twitch it was the most popular game, and they've been so lagging on updates, on new levels, on crossplay. If I'm on PC, I can't play with anyone on PlayStation, which is it's a must-have for any multiplayer now.
Right.
But yeah,
I'm so bummed.
Well, I appreciate that Among Us they put on Switch because I was getting tired of playing on my
for sure.
Because they never released it for Mac, and I was like, God damn, y'all are making this super fucking hard for me. So
Among Us, they took and I realize these are small game companies, so I'm not trying to rag on them too hard. But it's they took so long to release that new map. I still haven't even played it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm excited. Aren't you going to be doing a stream soon of Among Us?
June 7th, big stream subathon, guys, starting at noon, Monday, June 7th. Clock starts at 6 hours for every subscriber, $5 or 500 bits. The clock extends by 6 minutes, so I could be streaming
back,
for a
guys.
while.
A child is hurt.
Oh no!
Row.
Oh Jesus! All right, y'all. Well,
You
we're
read
only
the
at a
7th Harry Potter book,
right. Y'all, we're only at $171. Come on, you got to help us out just a little bit. We got a little bit over 35 minutes left in the show. We want to see who is getting that +1. So if you got it, help a brother out. I haven't hosted in months. This is not a good look for me ever hosting again at this rate.
right?
So help
this is
a brother
such a great
out.
game. Like, you guys love all of Roxy's games. Like, I've been wanting to play, and I cannot lose. I am undefeated in Schmoedown games, SEN games. I'm
So
not
far.
undefeated in Schmoedown. Like,
But that's because I wasn't on the show the day that apparently Women's Champion went down, because y'all all missed that brawl question like y'all some dumbasses. That was the easiest
you
question.
also live with a woman.
And I have 4 sisters and a mom. Get the fuck out of here. That's a simple fucking answer. And it was clearly the band, and the cup is the letter. Y'all
Be
crazy.
saltier that I'm the women's champion.
No,
Winston.
I've already called you out. And Roxy
You gotta
said she
play
would
a number
make
one
another
contender
quiz.
shot. You don't get a shot of the title right
Nah,
off
fuck,
that.
but see, that's the problem. I was the champion, but nobody knew it. That's the problem. That I don't advertise it like an ass.
You know what? You're like the people like, oh, I got Mara's 5-pointer. I got that. I got a perfect round. Like, yeah, playing at home's nice and easy.
Ask Roxy, because I was sending text messages with the answers while y'all were playing while I could, because the rest of it I was off at rehearsal. But I got the first like 6 questions y'all were asked. I nailed them all, and she was like, yeah, Winston was mad. He was not a part of this. So come on, man. I'm calling your ass out. Come get this work. We never did that. We never did the Call of Duty thing. We never did the Call of Duty Halo face-off, which is my fault.
Oh, yeah, we need to play some Halo.
Yeah. So we got to do that. But until then, this women's champions face-off, I'm taking your belt, son.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's talk about this Sandman cast, man, that expanded a little bit, and then we'll hopefully get back. Yeah.
Yeah, let me pull that up real quick. But I did have another thing that just got announced. Evil Dead Rise is coming to HBO Max. That's the next installment of the Evil Dead franchise. Sam Raimi will be producing the new movie with Lee Cronin directing it and writing it. So we got another Evil Dead movie coming our way, and it'll be on exclusively HBO Max. So I just wanted to share that with you. Do you have any thoughts about that while my Sandman article loads here?
I mean, I'm down for it. Like, right now I'm still playing catch up on a lot of stuff that's already going on, to be honest with you. Like, I've heard everybody talking about like Army of the Dead right now. I still haven't seen it yet.
Dale Paradise donated $25.
Woo!
Thank you.
Thank you, Dale.
Appreciate that, Dale. Thank you so much. That would put us $4 away from the next Black Trivia question. Who's coming to the cookout? So definitely throw that in there. I still need to see Army of the Dead, but I'm not. This is Evil Dead, right? Is what you're talking about?
Evil Dead, yes.
I just haven't. I haven't really seen Evil Dead stuff personally. That's never been like my go-to franchise, just because I was never a horror guy, and I know Evil Dead isn't necessarily horror; it's more like comedy horror. But like, if I'm correct about that, right?
I just love that. I don't know if Malcolm knows he's on camera now because he's probably not used to it because he's like. He's just got like all the judgmental faces on everything we say now, and I'm like, "You're on camera now, dog. Like we can see him.
You're the man now, dog." Yeah, man. So I'm looking forward to it. Just in the sense that I'm always interested in like, if people are excited about something, I'll get excited about it and give it my own shot. But I'm not like a huge Evil Dead fan, so it doesn't really move the needle for me one way or the other. But what about you, Ben?
I've only seen the first one. I need to see the other 3. One of my friends is like a huge fan of the remake. That's Fede Alvarez, right? That did the remake.
Yes.
A huge fan of it, and I need to watch it. But it'd be cool to see Bruce Campbell back. But if they go like a darker, grittier one like they did in the remake, then I'm okay with that too. So either way, I know they're fun. I know they're like Evil Dead 2 is basically a remake of Evil Dead, just with more money. So it's funny how like where that franchise ended up being when like the first one's like a dark, like low budget horror movie, and then it ended up being like this wacky, like medieval thriller with comedy.
Right.
And like, you know, the Ash vs. Evil Dead came out and it did really well for a few seasons. So yeah, it's got life in there.
Okay. All right. I'm here for it, man. I would love to check it out for sure. Malcolm, are you an Evil Dead guy?
Yeah, I've got a big Army of Darkness poster on my wall. I love that shit. So, I thought that the remake was okay. And the TV show I didn't watch all of, but what I watched was pretty funny and entertaining. So is this new movie going to have Bruce Campbell in it, or is it going to be a separate thing like the remake was? Do we know?
He won't appear on screen in the upcoming entry.
Well,
he will be executive producing it, though.
I think it'll be cool. Having Sam Raimi produce it is definitely a good sign. So,
for sure.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, Sam Raimi, I have a lot of faith in Sam Raimi in that regard. The only blemish in my mind is Spider-Man 3. And even then, he's been very vocal about like, look, this is what I wanted to do. This is what they made me do. So
yeah,
like,
I'm giving him a pass on Spider-Man 3. I'm not giving him a pass on Oz the Great and fucking Powerful. That's what I'm.
I just didn't watch it because well, but that's the thing though. Wizard of Oz doesn't move the needle for me either. So I just didn't give a shit when it came out. I just was like, whatever. So he's still perfect in my mind. All right, y'all. We hit 2:01. That means we got another question. Kate came back just in time.
Did I miss?
No, you didn't. We're it's time for another question.
Cannot wait to tell you guys what just happened.
Okay, wait, go for it. Do that.
No. I want to do the question first. Let's give the people what they paid for.
Okay. All right, we can do that. All right, so here we go. This will be a question that will you can potentially get 2 points here.
Okay.
If you get this right, because there is a bonus. There's a bonus point. Before he was hosting Family Feud, Little Big Shots, and Live at the Apollo, Steve Harvey was one of the original kings of comedy. Who are the other three? And bonus, Steve is the first comic to perform in the show. If you list the other three, list in order of performance. So who goes first, who goes second, who goes third, who goes fourth. So if you just get the four, you get a point. If you get the order of their sets, you get another point.
Got it.
Cool. I'll give you 25 seconds on this one because I'm asking you to write a lot.
Oh, I'm not. Sorry, and then what was the bonus question?
If you list the order of their sets. So for the show, if you list who goes first, who goes second, who goes third, who goes last. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, that's pens down. So we start with Kate first.
Okay, D.L. Hughley, Bernie Mac, Cedric the Entertainer.
Okay, and is that the order that you're listing as well?
No, the order I think would have been DL, then Steve, then Bernie, then Cedric.
Okay, we're on to Ben.
Well, Steve's the host, so he's like in. He
didn't do a set. Okay, sorry.
He's like in between, but I believe it goes DL, Cedric, and then Bernie closes.
Okay, and then Alex.
I didn't know, so I guessed. I had Cat Williams, Cedric the Entertainer, and Bo Burnham.
Well, I caught up to Alex.
Okay, and Malcolm.
Pass.
Wow. Okay, so the correct answer is, in order, the Kings of Comedy in order of performance are Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, Cedric the Entertainer, and then Bernie Mac.
Boom, baby!
With that, Ben Goddard propels himself from last place into first with 3 points.
But now I'm tied with Alex.
Alex and Kate are tied at 2, and Malcolm, having passed, still just has the 1 point. All right,
I don't want to try because I know I can't go to the cookout anyway.
Wait, why? Why can't you go?
No, I'm saying that's what Malcolm's saying because he's like, I'm just listen, guys.
Or else I'd be way ahead. So
yeah, otherwise
I just
way
to give you
ahead.
guys a chance.
Did you not know that this was an all expenses paid trip to the cookout where you will be flied out to the? You done fucked up now. You done not answered so many questions with your passes. But yeah, no, I remember the set order specifically just because obviously, Steve, you're right. He was hosting. I always know that Bernie was at the end because, you know, he loves to say motherfucker. So he did that hell. That motherfucker doesn't bring me my $25 motherfucking dollars. I'm going to beat his motherfucking ass. That's my time. And like, so knowing that, but then what we were talking about it on the IG show that Cedric did that whole, like, I woke up early in the morning. I got some toast, but I had no jam. No jam. No jam.
Yeah.
So
like
fucking
Bernie,
good.
It's Bernie's kid, like Bernie's sister's
His
kids.
Mm-hmm.
Is the best. And then Cedric for me was brothers playing hockey, and then he eats shit while he's pretending to skate around. And then Steve I know is throughout the show because he like the guys leave in the front row. Right. And then he takes his jacket, and then they come back. Yeah. And he's like, "What do you do?" He's like, "I'm in computer sales." He's like, "What do you do?"
Yeah. Yep. But the one that got it for me,
spell computer sales.
Dude, what got it for me was his Titanic thing. He's like, they were down here playing down with the ship. Hell no! I would have turned the table upside down with my bass talking about. I'm swimming the motherfucking shore. I ain't staying on no damn shit going down with the shit. So many
times, man.
So good. All right, well, we're at 3-2 to 2-1. So let's get it. Malcolm, how far away are we from the next question?
$50.
We're still $50.
We are $50 away from the next question, y'all. So come on, we gotta find out who's going. We got
donated $25. I'ma tell my mom if you keep talking slick. Dookie stains in my drawers, but that means I'm the shit.
What's that from? Is that from a thing?
It sounds so goddamn familiar, and my brain is not letting me do it. Mainly because I've been trying these Truly punches now. They're pretty good. I'm the first. I always jump on.
I need to go get those cranked up White Claws with the extra alcohol percentage.
Oh,
they're kind of gross.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I need to buy a pack and try them, and I'll drink them.
The best one by far is the Bud Light Out of Office. Those flavors are so good. It's just limited edition though. Like they're only doing it for the summer.
Benny, how did you like? I brought you those Bud Light Christmas ones. Did you like those?
They're the cranberry's real good.
I like Apple Crisp.
Apple Crisp was really good. What was it?
A new guy donated $25. If you could be in charge of all future creative endeavors of any fictional franchise, which would it be? I'd want to clean up the Wizarding World mess.
Yes.
Good one. I like that.
Charge of future franchises.
I would love a future franchise. The X-Men. It was so fucked up. I would love to be in charge of the X-Men, especially since we are in a reset state. What about you guys?
I don't know. Like I gotta wait to see what this Middle Earth Amazon show is about the Second Age. Like I'm waiting for that because it's like Amazon's spending buku bucks on it, so they're not taking the shortcut here. So I don't want to say I want to take that over, but I think just add to it like more Middle Earth, like give me all of it.
Yeah.
I don't actually get this vote since I never watched the movies, but since I never read the books, but I feel like I would like to take Game of Thrones over, starting with the last season.
Ooh,
that's all.
Yeah, that's all I fucks with that. Actually,
I'm curious to see what they're gonna do because they were gonna do like that Targaryen prequel, and I don't know if they're still doing that. Like,
I don't think so.
They are. Yeah, they just started, or they're filming it right now. Yeah, there's photos of it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Good. Okay, let's see. So we did this one. I feel like Ben would definitely get this one just because of what he does in the Schmoedown. So let me see. How about...
Is it about Blade? Because I'll get every fucking Blade question.
You get every Blade question, right? All right. Oh, okay. Here we go. This is a good one. This is another bonus question in there, so you can get 2 potential points if you can answer the follow-up question. This is in the world of the jams, hip hop, R&B, and oldies. All right. All right.
So not strawberry or raspberry?
No.
Dad joke makes me choke.
See, I would high five you for that, Ben. I wouldn't throat punch you.
I'm gonna low five you.
Who was the first black musician or group to replace themselves at #1 on the charts? And bonus, what song replaced what song? So I'll repeat it again. This doesn't count for JTE, but just to make sure you heard the question. Who was the first black
Bezos
musician?
donated $20. Well, now that it has been a few seconds and I have another few million, I am proud to announce Amazon has bought Schmoedown. There will now be 35 matches every day and you will be paid only enough to grab a few ramen noodles between matches. Have fun.
Jesus. I gotta pee in my water bottle in between managing players and shit like that. Good Lord. So the question again: who was the first black musician or group to replace themselves at #1 on the charts? And bonus: what song replaced what song? This one's pretty tricky.
Answer is written.
All right. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. So let's start with Ben on this one.
I went with the Jackson 5, and I said, I want you back in ABC.
Okay. And Alex.
I put Little Richard.
That's a good guess. Did you pick a song or no?
I did not pick a song.
Okay. All right. And Malcolm. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. And Kate.
I put Michael Jackson, and I said that Thriller replaced Beat It.
All right. So no one actually got this one correct.
Wow. Okay.
This is a very tricky question, and it might surprise you. It was Boyz II Men.
Whoa.
Boyz II Men replaced them. So they were the first black group to replace themselves at #1. And the songs was "I'll Make Love to You" onto "On Bended Knee."
Wow.
Not even Michael?
Not even Michael. Now Michael had plenty of #1s, but he didn't replace himself.
I thought the tricky part was gonna be like Michael Jackson replaced Jackson 5 or something like that.
Right.
Boyz II Men. Damn, dude.
So that's the thing, man. That's why they were in that lexicon. Because remember, they also had the God damn it, the Mariah Carey song, brand new day. I don't think it's Brand New Day. My brain isn't working, but like, they held that for a while before Despacito took it, and then obviously Old Town Road. But yeah, they were the kings at #1s, man. They were up there with Mariah. And so that's the thing. Obviously, Michael had a shit ton of #1s. He just didn't have them have a Michael song do back to back like that. Yeah,
that's wild. Like the fact that Michael didn't even do that is crazy to me, honestly.
Yeah. Yo, fucking Dwain Burke knew the answer. Holy shit, he's in the chat. I mean, out here talking about, I know what it is. Damn. All right.
Winston, would you have known that if you had
got a huge advantage, Winston. He's off camera.
Yes, I know. That's Hold on. One sweet day. That's what it is. But yes, that's funny. I would have known. I would have logically guessed either Mariah or Boyz II Men, because Drake is too. Even though Drake has also done it, that's so recent. I was like, somebody's done it before.
Yeah, someone's done it before Drake for sure.
But I wouldn't have necessarily gotten the songs. That's the only. It would have maybe it would have been a 50-50 shot on the artist, but I wouldn't have necessarily gotten the songs.
Man,
all right, so we're still tied up. Alex and I are still tied up.
Because I would have gone like Sly and the Family Stone or something like that. Like I would have gone more like soul music. And
The only reason why, and Michael, that's why Michael was such a good guess on all of y'all's parts, is you got to remember that it's the number ones overall. And you like, while Sly the Family Stone, Temptations, all that, white people weren't necessarily checking for soul in that same kind of way. Whereas Boyz II Men and Mariah Carey and that kind of era was the beginning of people like really fuxing.
Well, it's funny because at first I put Destiny's Child with like that Survivor played or replaced but then I was like, no, wait, what am I saying? Destiny's Child is way too late. Turns out Boyz II Men is way later than I thought it would be too.
For sure.
Yeah. Right there, yeah.
That's why I went super old school with mine. Yeah, I was like, it had to be relatively early, right?
I love it.
Oh,
I love it.
Turns out.
Well, we're only $29 away from the next question. You got to give him a shot, otherwise Ben is going to walk away with this.
Stop the count. Stop the count.
We are only $29 away, y'all. So definitely send those in. On top of the fact that we did ask the audience question, who's your favorite Bond? Who's your favorite Bond villain? We still haven't heard any of that from y'all yet. Alex, do we have any super chats or Streamlabs that we need to read that weren't read out loud already?
We do, and the first one is from Bobcat Goldthwait's birthday. Today is Bobcat Goldthwait's birthday.
Whoa! Hey, happy birthday!
God.
And it's also Drew McQueenie's birthday, so shout outs to Drew McQueenie.
Yeah, happy birthday, Drew. The Godfather.
LV donates and says, I've been a Schmo fan since before Collider, and I support everyone's projects. Was just here from GPA. I think I'll stick with you guys. Much love. Thank you very much, LV.
Nice.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Jamin John says, Winston, do you think Super will retcon the Peaceful World saga? The 10 years of peace thing no longer applies. Beerus turns up to Earth 6 months after Boo. Bulma not seeing Goku in 5 years doesn't apply.
I mean,
I'll take it, Winston. The truth is, if Shuzu and Ponga
a new guy donated $29. Come on, Eileen split Michael Jackson by taking 1 week between Billie Jean and Beat It.
Wow.
Ooh.
Oh,
1
come
week.
on.
Yeah, it was super close.
Fucking redneck.
Super close. All right.
I always say that, like, if you've ever seen the Come On Eileen video, they're all like in giant fucking overalls and like dancing around on the street corner.
Yeah.
What song was it though?
Dexy's Midnight Riders or something. Come On Eileen.
Okay. Well, I'll let Malcolm, since he's the one furthest behind. You can choose the category. It is either Black History 101, The Jams, which is the music one, not just BET Medea movies, which is TV and film, and then Invited to the Cookout. So non-black people that black people are like, we fucks with you. You can choose.
But also, Winston, I made a joke of that person in Schmobot, but you should answer that person's question in sincerity too.
Just one more time, it was something about Beerus. Alex, can you reread it real
sorry.
quick?
I jumped in for the joke.
Okay.
Do you think Super will retcon the Peaceful World saga?
They might. I think that they're just ready for what's going to go on with Morrow and all that. So I think that they're ready to just kind of take the step up and Goku actually mastering Ultra Instinct and all that kind of stuff. I'm excited to see what happens. That's the big thing. I'm just excited that Super is coming back after all this time off. So it'll be good. But yeah. All right. So Malcolm, what category do you want, man?
Let's do At the Cookout.
All right. Let's
do it.
See.
Potato salad,
okay.
Here we come.
All right. So Eminem is undisputed as one of the greatest rappers of all time. His music has garnered him a Diamond Plaque status, Grammy Awards, and even an Academy Award for his song Lose Yourself. But how many BET Hip Hop Awards has he won? It's just a number. You literally could just pick a number. That's it. Like
I know.
And is this whoever's closest if we're all off?
No.
Sure.
No. No. You're either right or you're wrong.
Okay.
This close. This ain't Price is Right.
I mean,
I'll do this. If nobody gets it, I will give closest a point. If somebody gets it straight on, though, not only do they get the point, they get an extra point for being straight on, unless multiple people get it, in which case we'll just give a standard point. How about that? Does that make you feel a little better, Ben? So if you really nail it, you could just walk away with this?
Sure. I'm too competitive. I know this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so this is we start with Alex on this one. Alex, how many BET awards?
Big fat 0 with a little smile with a sad face in there.
Big fat 0. Okay, Malcolm.
I said 3.
3. Right. Okay, and Kate.
I said 0 as well.
All right.
So the only
put a sad face
catch up to me. I also said 0.
All right. Well, the correct answer is 1.
Oh.
1 BET Hip Hop Award.
All right, so now none of us get anything. It doesn't matter. You could give us all a point for the 0, but we're still going to be the same point.
It just further buries Malcolm.
Yeah, so let's not. I don't want to bury Malcolm.
All right, y'all. We've got about 9 minutes left, and we are about $45 away from this other question. And I will make sure it's a bonus question so people can still get in there. But Ben might walk away with this sitting at 4-3 to 3-1.
Guys, get me to this cookout, please. I mean, if you guys send in the money, I'll do the legwork. Just get me to this cookout, please. What will Kristen do to me?
Nothing. She would love you. She would probably like make sure you good. Like be like, yo, you good? Like literally just look across.
She'd be like, hey, I'm his white bitch.
No, she'd probably be like, yo, from blonde hair white chick to blonde haired white chick, you good? Just make sure you good.
And I'll be like, I'm in heaven.
Oh my God. A couple people got that. Just a couple people guessed 1.
Yeah, I thought about going for 1, but I honestly had a feeling both Alex and Kate were going 0.
He got a Black Entertainment Television. I just feel like that's wrong. I don't think you should.
No, but it's a hip hop. It's the hip hop awards though. So that's the thing. If you it's just
television. He shouldn't be on it.
But if
get off their channel.
Have you seen the game? There's plenty of white people on the game. That's a great show.
White people on the game. That's true. That is true. All good. They occasionally run Think Like a Man reruns, and Turtle and Gary Cole are in there, so you know it works.
Dude, the first 3 seasons of the game are legitimately amazing. It's so hilarious.
I thought you were talking about the rapper. I was like, I don't know how to tell you this. The game is out right now.
Hey, you know what? New edition. Let's not throw stones there, Glass House.
Oh God, Ready for the World and New Edition. I was like, I don't know. It's got to be in Jamie Foxx's song.
All right, so $45 away, but Alex, go ahead and keep reading what we got, man.
Daryl Stokes donated super chat and didn't say anything, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
Tiffany F donates and says, "Here you go, Winston, for the culture."
Yes.
Appreciate it, Tiff.
Thank you. And then see that guy over there? You didn't have to donate. I was about to ask it anyway. Hello, SEN crew. Okay, Kate, what was the story?
Oh yeah, what was your story?
Thank you for reminding me. So Dickie's at the door and he's like showing me the first aid kit and alcohol. Not like,
oh my God.
Not like, and I was like, oh, he wants me to deal with like a kid got hurt or whatever. And he was, but he was like, so I said, you guys, I'm like, oh, kid's hurt, gotta go. And I go out there, he's like, no, it was me. And he had stepped on one of Neil's aircraft carrier metal planes and had completely punctured his foot. There's blood all over our bathroom. Completely punctured his foot in 2 places. And he's like, I just can't reach it. And I was like, okay. And then I could see that like a flap of skin had come back and there was like dirt in there. So I was like, I have to do hydrogen peroxide because the bubbles will get in there and get that stuff. Yeah. It was not what I thought it was going to be, but I'm glad it was him, not the kids. Oh anyway, we have to make a decision about those aircraft carrier toys now.
Hey man, I got this hole in my leg got worse. It is, I'm in hella pain right now just because what I ended up doing was
what happened?
Well, that came from
the Cuban Shuffle worth it.
The Cuban Shuffle was worth it in that case. I agree. It was, it's kind of, I won't show it to you because it's kind of grody right now, but I was helping a friend. She bought a VO booth and we were disassembling it and the roof was lipped on the top part. And so it felt like it was only 30 pounds, but when it finally, they asked me like, do I got it? I was like, yeah, I got it. it was about double that, which isn't bad, but if you're not braced, for more weight,
your
you
weight
lose control. And it came straight down on my leg and put a big ass hole in it, which has been shrinking. But like right now, like something happened yesterday where now this motherfucker hurts so bad. So I got.
What's the situation around the wound? Is there redness or heat around the wound? Because I need to know if it's getting infected and if the infection's spreading.
Well, I mean, I could show you.
I need to see that. You're gonna have to take a. You know what? Just take a picture.
I'll do it off. I'll do it off. Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a regimen. I'm gonna fix this up.
How do you know this?
There's a lot of answers to this, but I used to work at a summer program, and I was sort of. It would be like these teenagers could really, like I've had to deal with like infected zits and ingrown toes and just infections everywhere.
Yeah. All right. I'm sending it to you right now. Please don't throw up on camera.
No, I just
see it.
I'm gonna post this meme on Twitter. You guys need to see it because this is the greatest thing ever. Sorry.
All right. Keep reading. What else? Is that all of the super chats and whatnot, Alex?
That's all we got for now.
All right, y'all. We got 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
$45 away from one more question. It'll get us to 350. That's not quite the 500 we need, but like, yo, help us out. Come on, man. Look, Tori.
Winston Marshall.
Yeah.
You need to get yourself to an urgent care right after this.
It's getting that bad?
Dude, that yellow is infected pus.
Okay. All right. I'll go.
Go get it cleaned properly.
Yeah. All right. Gross.
Honey, how you just let your leg rot like that?
Well, it wasn't before. This literally just started happening.
Do you have, you can answer this off air. Do you have insurance?
Yes.
Okay, so an urgent care visit's not going to cost you?
Yeah. It'll cost, but
well then.
Yeah, it's usually like $15 like out of pocket or something like that.
Okay. Well, if it's going to be too much, I can also try and dress it, but honey, this is bad.
All right.
You probably needed a stitch.
They couldn't. It was too big because this is weeks ago. This was weeks ago, and it's been healing slowly.
What you probably have to do is start dressing. Oh my God, this is like.
Did you cover it?
I've been covering it. Yeah, I clean it and cover it every day, but.
I think you're gonna have to like soak either in like I don't think you can get the medical saline solution, but you're gonna have to soak gauze in like let's say hydrogen peroxide or alcohol, and then put it inside that hole.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna have to like tape it shut during the day, and then at night.
Well, I have been. The biggest thing is that they if I go out I tape it, but if I'm in the house then I leave it open because my sister's a doctor and she's been like telling me what to do with it.
Okay.
I just haven't talked to her.
She knows better than me, but I think
I'm listening to her now.
I think the hole itself does not look good. Wait, you have more than one? You have a sister other than Zoe?
Oh, I'm 5 of 6 children. Yeah, I have 4 sisters. Yeah.
Where have I been?
I don't know. It's all good. See, that's why you need to come to this cookout. We got 2 minutes.
Oh God.
$45. We need 2 minutes. You got to come and meet all the family, man.
The outside of it looks good, Winston. I will say the outside, the infection's not spreading, but it's definitely infected in there. Maybe you don't have to go to urgent care. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
Send in your Schmoedown, we'll get that urgent care paid for.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
All right. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else. We covered all the stories. We hit all the Streamlabs and the super chats. All right. I mean, if that's it, then does anybody need to plug anything other than the pay-per-view happening on Friday? Remember, don't forget Corruption taking on Danger Zone and Shazam taking on Who Knows. Anything else, y'all? Ben, any streams coming up? Alex, any?
Alex, go ahead. What you got?
I got an In the Heights cover video for 96,000. That song. It's gonna come out on June 1. Finishing that up today, and I'll be releasing it next Tuesday. Check it out.
Yep.
YouTube.com/AlexMarzanoMusic.
Subathon June 7th, Monday, starting. I sent all my graphics and stuff to Jacob Patrick, who does all my thumbnails, and they'll be promoting it professionally very soon.
Fantastic.
Sorry, I'm still listening. My sister told me to send another angle.
Alrighty, guys, we're gonna head out for the day.
We're gonna call it. Thank
you so much for all the donations. Really, really appreciate it. Winston, take us out.
I got it. Yo, thank you so much for watching SEN Live, everybody. Appreciate y'all. Don't forget the pay-per-view happening this Friday. You got Brett and Kate's Playdate on Friday as well. You got more SEN action tomorrow. You got the Goofball Show coming. All the things that are SEN. You don't want to miss it. But I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us today. You'll have a wonderful hump day. Go get your freak on or, hang out with a camel. I don't know. Do your thing. Either way, you'll have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk to you later. Peace.
Clean your wounds. Clean your wounds.
Clean your wounds.